Hi there, I am Dr. Laura Sims. I'm the lead systems consultant here at Kathleen Metcalf Coaching and Training. And I'm here to recommend the book Rocket Fuel by Gino Wickman and Mark Winters. This is one of the follow-ups to the EOS book Traction that we really love on our team, and we highly recommend. So this book is great for three reasons. One, it talks about the partnership between a visionary and an integrator, and how when those two personalities, behavioral styles, and roles are combined, it creates magic. That's the rocket fuel. That's what enables a business to be launched into new levels of success. So they have a bunch of criteria that you can use and sort of like a self-diagnosis quiz assessment to figure out if you are a visionary, if you are someone who has big ideas, a lot of energy, optimism, kind of sees the future, sees the bigger picture, and knows where it might be possible to go. Or if you're more of an integrator type, where you have a skill set that enables you to put that vision into action, and to really implement it and make it happen. And we really need those two personalities in order to be able to have a successful business that can achieve things that other companies can't. And so they have a lot of information about how to find your visionary, how to find your integrator, and how to kind of work together, knowing that there's always going to be a bit of a friction between these two different types of personalities and types of roles. And that friction really is what creates the magic. So how do you harness it for success, as opposed to letting it sort of deteriorate the relationship? And so we have often seen this dynamic between agents, the sales side of the business, and admin, the operation side of the business, and how when the right people are in those roles, they can partner together to create something that is much larger than would be possible without one or the other. So the other thing that's great about this book, number two, is the accountability chart, which is kind of like an org chart meets job descriptions. And so they lay out how to create your accountability chart, and why it's important to give that structure to your organization. They said that it might feel restrictive at first to really put people in a seat, give them a hat, give them a role, a swim lane. But actually having boundaries enables you to have more creativity, more clarity, and can actually really improve efficiency. So they say, we're not creating silos. There can be communication across all of the different swim lanes, all the different roles and responsibilities, but the accountability has one straight line between who is in charge of leading someone and who is in charge of executing that responsibility. And that kind of clarity really is the necessary structure for an effective and efficient business. The third thing that we love about this book is that they talk about the essential magic of those first 90 days of onboarding. So when someone is new to their role, having a plan for what they're going to be learning, what responsibilities they're going to be starting to assume in those first 90 days. And so this is so essential. We've seen with the hundreds of agents and admins that we've worked with, we created the 90 Days to Thrive new hire coaching program exactly for that reason, is that we know having someone facilitate those first 90 days and that foundation to the working relationship, being intentional about it, having it be a structured learning and training program and plan really sets someone up for success, and gives you a great return on investment for all that energy you put into finding that person, and now you can keep them, and they can thrive and really help you take your business to new heights. One of the downsides of the book for me is that got tired of reading a lot of names of men. There were not that many examples that they gave of female partnerships really on either side as a visionary or an integrator. And so I'd love to see a new version of this book, an updated version that has more examples of women kind of taking on this partnership, rocking it, and what it looks like for them. There's also an example in there of the founder of Honda, and they really described him as kind of a colorful personality, and told a story about how he had thrown a geisha out of a second floor window and hit a worker over the head on a wrench. And isn't that colorful? And so I found that a little bit problematic, because I think that it's dangerous when we really admire people for their ability just to make money, and we don't really take into consideration their values, or whether they are good human beings and they're making the world a better place. So I think that example, idealizing someone just because their company made a lot of money and putting them up as an example, and then sort of disregarding, not really caring about the fact that they also committed violence and maybe were a detriment to the people around them. To me, that those two things don't go together. I would prefer not to look up to that person and not to try to follow their example. So those two things aside, which maybe in a revised version would look a little bit different. I would say that the structure of this book is incredible. The principles, the ideas are really foundational for businesses and directly applicable to real estate businesses. So I highly recommend you check it out. Rocket Fuel. Take care.